What's going on, Halo fans? Luke TheNotable here. What we're going to be talking about today is a little bit about map movement. We're going to talk about what kind of things you want to think about when working on your map movement, why it's so important, and how I do it. Map movement's important because map movement allows you to get an edge over your enemy whenever you're playing Halo, and a lot of people think that Halo is all about gunfights, all about 1v1 gunfights, and if you can't five a guy, then you're not going to be a Halo pro. And while to a certain extent having a good shot is true, if you don't have a good understanding of map movement, you'll never get anywhere. So when you're working on your map movement, what you should be doing is playing some team skirmish. Why? Because this gives you a good mix of both Slayer and objective game types in a 4v4 setting. You also want to watch a lot of your own gameplay, as your own gameplay will teach you a ton about map movement. I've always said in a lot of my videos that if you want to get... Oh, did my Halo 5 just crashed? Ah, that's awkward. I try to do live commentary videos because you guys like those more, and look what happens. Look what happens, guys. Now I'm retrieving data. Good thing we're playing Arena. Now I'm playing without a warm-up just to show you guys that you don't necessarily have to have the best shot to have the best movement. In fact, you don't have to have any sort of accuracy or gun skill in order to have good movement. And I'm going to show you how I can put myself in some good situations, even in solo queue, so I can get some kills, even without a good shot, which is what I'm simulating by playing with not warmed up. So the start of the game is where movement's going to come into the equation first, and you want to make sure that all of the movement that you do in a game is purposeful. What I mean by purposeful movement is that whenever you're moving, there's some sort of purpose to it. So at the start of the game, your movement's going to be dictated by power weapons. I'm going to rush Saw. Doesn't look like... I might have one guy rushing Saw with me, but I'm just going to rush Saw blindly. See, oh, I 5'd him. I was hoping that I would die there, but we ended up getting Saw. So at this point, I'm in kind of a central location. I might have people rushing me too. I got teammates all around me. I don't think I'm going to move from this spot. I think I'm just going to stay where I am. There'd be no reason for me to move anywhere else with this Saw because there's no purpose for that. This isn't necessarily the best place I want to be, but it's a spot which right now I can get a lot of kills for people coming around. Some people just constantly move around the map, and that's not something you necessarily want to do. So here I have probably the best spot, at least what I like to be in, the best spot on Mercy, and that is in middle, because middle has access to both spawns, red and blue. It also has good access to the Mohawk. And if I have Saw, if anyone tries to come up real close and personal, I can whip that out and very quickly dispatch of them as well. Also, you can see my teammate helps me out there a lot too. I can be on here and there's plenty of cover. I just like being here. That's what makes a good power position. You know, a lot of times it's a central location. A lot of times there's a lot of good cover. You have access to spawns. But as you can see here, I'm starting to get some pressure. So I'm just going to run away. And when I like to run, what I like to do is I generally like to make a path towards teammates. I don't like to run into a situation like this where I'm just running into a spot where there's no teammates around. There could be enemies here, they could be spawning, whatever. When you're moving about the map, it's important to kind of connect the dots. So what I mean by connect the dots is imagine that there's lines between you and your teammates. So let me just kill this guy real quick with the Saw. I'm super pro using the Saw like that. So imagine that there's a line between me and this guy with the service tag Army. I can generally, and what I do when I'm moving around the map is I can generally assume that for the most part, that line between me and him should be mostly safe, and I can move through that line. So if I want to move to my teammates, I can for the most part move through bottom mid. Thing is, as this line gets longer, there is more risk associated with you moving through it. But I think right now, for the most part, I was able to kind of move to them pretty well. They got bunkered behind, so I'm going to run away. And there's a new Saw coming up, so I'm going to run towards that and see if I can maybe get some ammo for that. I wasn't just running into the enemy because I knew that there were enemies there. I'm going to try to make the situation best for me when I have a Saw. So I'm going to keep all of my engagements close quarters. You also want to know about deaths of your teammates. So I just had 2 teammates die at Mohawk. I have my teammates spawning away from me. This is a time when I would kind of either want to leave this position or just kind of stay. I really don't want to be in this position too long because I know that the enemies are going to be kind of swarming around me any minute now. So I'm going to kind of get to my teammates as best as possible here. See, they're all at Mohawk, so I'm just going to kind of avoid that. Oh, that's tough. Just get out of there. Get out of there with this Saw. Just keep it and move on. We're in this middle position. I have some teammates here, and we're going to just kind of sit here and wait for things to happen. See if we can find where they're spawning and get some kills on them. One thing about movement that I learned about in, when grinding to champ in free-for-all is you never really want to attack a guy if you're not 100% sure that you can get that kill, unless there's some sort of other thing that would prevent you from just running away. So if someone's gonna almost cap your flag, you wouldn't want to not try to kill that guy. But in this situation, I don't want to just come at this guy one-on-one, because there's a good chance that he could kill me, especially since I haven't warmed up and my shot's terrible and I just looked like the biggest noob ever. Especially if you don't have a lot of skill, what you need to do is make sure that you're not just fighting anyone that you don't think you can 100% kill, or at least like 60 or 70%. There has to be a good chance in your head that you're going to walk away alive. Don't walk into a terrible situation and get pissed off at yourself because you didn't get the kill. It's not your fault. Well, it is your fault for running into a bad situation. So I'm going to connect the dots here with Army. He ended up dying, so I think there's going to be a lot of people over there. So I'm not going to take that route. I'm going to kind of drop down and see if I can help out my teammates here. So it may look like I'm just pushing into oblivion, but I am actually pushing up to try to get this Halo 2 beam rifle. That was some purposeful movement right there. And again, you just want to be making sure that all your movement is purposeful. That's something you need to be doing throughout the entirety of your game. If you make a stupid push, something that you thought, well, that probably wasn't a good idea, maybe chill out a little bit. A lot of times what I see in my gameplay is when I end up making bad decisions and bad pushes, it's when I'm playing too aggressive. It's when I'm mad, is when I start making those decisions and those mistakes. So whenever you notice in your gameplay that maybe you've done something that wasn't the best decision, that's when you kind of need to have to take a step back and think, okay, maybe I shouldn't be pushing out as hard as I am right now. But a lot of times what you'll see is someone will, even though they have a great spot with this sniper, they'll move away from this spot and they'll think, oh, there's a guy over there, I'm going to rush up and try to kill him. And then two guys show up, and if I was playing some decent people, they wouldn't Spartan charge each other. But two guys then show up, and now I'm in a whole mess of trouble. And even though we have all the guys over here, anything can happen. You can see I was dropped down to no shields very easily. Halo 5 is a fast game. Just because you're not getting kills in the exact moment doesn't mean you need to move from your spot. That was when I moved over there. That wasn't purposeful. There was no point to me moving over there. I already have the power position. Just stay there. A lot of people have a lot of trouble with staying in power positions. It really pains me when I see someone with a sniper rifle and a good spot for it move away from that. You're not camping. You're doing map control. You just need to sit where you're sitting, and you'll end up getting a lot of kills that way. Just let them come to you, especially if you're in a situation like this with the sniper rifle back here. And even if you had something like a battle rifle, this wouldn't be a bad spot to sit anyway too, because you have kind of a longer range weapon. You can control a large portion of the map. This is a great spot to sit. As I'm seeing a lot of deaths near me though, I might want to think about maybe moving away. You need to be very aware of your situation and your surroundings. Okay, so we had a pretty good game. We did a lot of good things in that game, but I'm going to play one more just to kind of show you. But this time I'm actually going to go in just the team arena, like actual ranked one. I'm only Diamond 3, but I've been solo queuing, and I ranked kind of low because I haven't played it in a while. Trying to get back into that competitive scene, and just being a better player. So I've just been solo queuing team arena. I think I'm one win away from getting Diamond 4. And I'm just going to kind of show you how a distracted player who is trying to entertain people, who is not properly warmed up, can use some map movement to make some good plays, and you can do this too. So again, purposeful movement at the start. Anytime I play Truth, I'm always rushing for the camouflage, and a lot of times I like to just holy dive it, unless someone else I see is going in for it. Just try to get that and then get out of there, maybe try to just burn it. But it looks like I'm going to walk away unscathed with this thing. Don't. This guy's dead. He's going to try to jump up. See, that guy there was just running in. That guy, I don't know if you saw him, but he was just running into whatever situation, trying to get some dang kills. And I'm so distracted right now. But that was an example of something you don't want to do. It's just running around searching for kills. What an awful spawn, and everyone's dying around me. This is bad. I'm going to end up... My cat just knocked some stuff over. I'm so distracted. Alright, so I'm in a decent spot right now. I'm in blue. There's plenty of cover. I'm going to kind of go to where the shots are falling, kind of listen to what's going around the map, where my teammates are, and I'm going to kind of react to that. So this guy, Japanu, should help me out with this guy rushing me. And if he pushes out like that, he's going to get completely destroyed by both of us. So a lot of times running away can really help you out and getting some help and some kills. That guy Gunnified I think he's like pushed out like that a couple times. Gunnafied is just running out. He needs this video. I hope you're a fan, Gunnafied, because you need this video. You're pushing out. You're trying to get kills. You're playing a little too aggressive to score anything good right now. But you can see how I'm kind of just staying here. I'm not chasing kills that I can't get. I'm only really engaging people that I think I can kill. And even if I don't kill them, I'm not going to go out of my way to try to chase that kill. There are situations where you might want to chase, but especially with me knowing that my shot isn't going to be as good, this is not a time when I need to chase. Oh, I might get away. I thought I might get a kill out of it too. I was alone on that side of the map and I had 2 guys on me. Whatever, we almost got away. All right, 2 bad spawns in a row. I've died twice without a kill. I'm gonna kind of slow it down. Oh, another not great spawn. But I'm gonna kind of slow it down here a little bit, kind of find out what's going on. So you know power weapons are coming up. Got about 15 seconds before camo comes up, so I'm gonna kind of make a way and make a push into P here. See if I can maybe get a shot on somebody coming out, because camo is gonna be up in just a little second here. Try to contest this. Hopefully my teammates go in too. Yep, there's camo. Wayne's gonna kind of get it. Sit back here. We got totally pinched, but we ended up burning the camouflage. I consider that a good play. A lot of purposeful movement going on. I wasn't pushing up when I shouldn't have. We just got, pinched a little bit there. I just know there's 2 guys coming after me right now, so I'm going to kind of play it safe. Hopefully my teammates will come and help a little bit. I know there's some guys over here, at least 2 of them. Haven't had a lot of luck in being in a position where I can take top mid or carbine. I've kind of been stuck in these bases here a lot. Yeah, another camouflage is going to be coming up soon. These guys must be communicating or something, because I just feel like their pinches are so coordinated. But you can see, even though these guys are playing very well together, we're still in a positive KD in this Slayer game. I contribute a lot of that to my movement around the map. And we did get defeated, but it was still a close game, a good game. We ended up going 12-9. We were the only person on our team to go positive. Nublet Jr., which I assume is just a high-level smurf that's coming down, ended up, getting even. But we still ended up playing very, very well, just using some movement tips to kind of, move around the map in a way that keeps us out of harm's way. So in short, just make sure that your movement is always purposeful. If you don't have the best shot, make sure that you're not engaging anyone that you're not pretty sure that you're going to be able to get the kill. Don't be afraid to run away, and always make sure you know where your teammates are and connect the dots when you need to move between them. I'm going to play one more, but you guys aren't going to watch this one. I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. I love reading comments. It's my favorite part about YouTube. Stay notable, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.